I'm here with Josh Briedbart, the creator and writer of Fenix Gear. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much.
And how did you start to be a writer?
Practice, really. I really wanted to tell stories, and it kind of evolved when I got into college. I was a script writing major. When I got out of college, I really wanted to do animation and comic books, so I tried to get very involved in that world. And then on the side, I self-published this book, Fenix Gear, and I worked on it for a few years, just kind of learning all the different pitfalls of what it means to create a comic, who you have to hire, what you have to do, what people react to, how to sell yourself, etc., etc.
Were there any inspirations for you in the comic industry growing up?
There's a lot of comics I grew up with, and there's a lot of shows I grew up with. In here, there's a lot of the writing is very Brian Michael Bendis and Joss Whedon. They really influenced me a lot growing up. I definitely really liked Dragon Ball Z growing up, and Cowboy Bebop. I was a very big anime fan. As far as more recent works, Lock and Key is one of the best books I've ever read in my entire life, and that inspires me to make really powerful, compelling characters that all sound different. And I really, I dig all that stuff. X-Men and everything is more of a passing interest, but definitely am a Whedon and anime kind of guy.
Can you tell us a little bit about Fenix Gear?
Well, Fenix Gear is a action comedy romp about 3 women who get superpowers, and they kind of learn that being a hero is more than just having powers. It was very important to us to have 3 characters who were they were characters. They were all their own separate person. They all had very different definitions of what it meant to be a hero. This one's like noble to a fault, to the point where they put themselves in danger. The other one's like, these guys are the bad guys, kill them, get them out of the way. And this one kind of is more complacent and doesn't... It's like, I have powers, but I can protect myself and just kind of stay out of this. And I wanted characters that were very real and interacted with each other and had fun powers, because I always feel that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. And I really wanted people that you enjoyed and cared about what happened to them. You wanted them to succeed because you liked them. And that was really what it's about. So it's them fighting different people, whether they be bigots or other people with powers that are using them in different ways.
Your new book, Unlife, what is that about?
Unlife is the story of a boy that dies and learns how to live, about how death will change your life. It's really a story about a kid who gets dumped by life, and he has to move on with his life afterwards. It's kind of a coming-of-age tale where everything's changed now. He's become a zombie. You know, his girlfriend left him because he's a zombie. He's got rotting flesh. They can't kiss. They can't interact in that way. His family doesn't really know how to talk to him anymore, but that's all they do is talk about him, and his sister hates it, and the community doesn't really accept him. There's a lot of, like, these fears about it, and it's about him and living his life in the wake of all this and kind of moving on with it and just becoming his own person. So that's really what it's about. Updates twice a week, and it's available online at unlifecomic.com. So we're 100 strips in, still going strong.
And do you find it hard as a webcomic to be noticed with all the many other webcomics out there?
Yes, especially when zombies already are very oversaturated as it is. Zombies are everywhere, and it's hard to be different. And one of the things that we discussed was, you know, does it have to be zombies? But when a story is compelling, when you care about the characters, I care much more about the story than I do about being noticed, which is why I'm here at Con, so that more people do notice. But yes, it is very difficult. It is hard to keep it up too, and I think if you are a good webcomic writer and artist, you keep going with it regardless of how hard or easy it is, because it's what you want to do. Being hard and easy isn't the factor. The factor is this the story you want to tell? And for me and my artist, Zach, it is, and that's why we keep going with it.
Well, that's great to hear. Thank you so very much for talking with us.
Thank you very much for coming over.
And I hope you have a great Comic-Con.
You too. Take care, everyone.